Today, I'm going to talk about cards that I've sold off and cards that I think should be sold off before the Mystery Signings event tonight. So if you guys don't know, we go right into the event here. Mystery Signings, they give out free players every week. And the reason why today is an important day is because in, I believe it's 8 to 9 hours. Nope, that's wrong. Yeah, top right. In 8 hours and 13 minutes, we're going to be able to claim either Laudrup or Bremer. And why that's going to be a big deal is because that also means that we're going to be able to claim, or most people will be able to claim, the Milestone Mystery Signings rewards. And in these rewards, we could get either a 90 tradable card, which is crazy, plus a Mascherano, or we could get a 91 untradeable card plus 2 Dudeks, and a 92 untradeable plus a Dudek. And this is definitely going to shift the market. Now, because the Milestone rewards progress does carry over across the new reward sets, people were able to claim these rewards 2 weeks ago and last week, but most people will be claiming them today. And we already saw some market movement 2 weeks ago and last week when these rewards were claimed. We saw 90 rated players, especially people like Hullet or even some of the UCL cards, go down a bit in value, and then they came back up. But we saw that there was definitely a market shift when the rewards came out. And so what that means is that tonight, when most people are now going to claim these rewards, these players will likely go down in value a decent amount. Now, we have to be careful on which players are going to go down in value and by how much, because if we think about this, most people will either choose the 90 rated card plus a 91 Mascherano in order to get coins and have an extra Mascherano, or they'll get the 92 rated player with 1 Dudek. I don't see many people going for the 91. The coin amount is not enough, and really all the 91 rated players can be bought for like 10-15 million coins, whereas 92 rated players, a lot of them are in the 20 to 40 million coin range. And then 90 rated, of course, will get you coins. So when it comes out, I will make a video on this account and on my free-to-play Road to Glory account. But I'm likely going to go with the 90 rated player to get some extra coins. But what that means, and what I've already done, is I've gone through my team and looked at the players that are in that price range and thought about which ones I want to sell off. Now, keep in mind that it is the base version of these cards. So you might have like a 94 Maldini in your team, but remember, his base is 92, so he could be packed today. Now, unfortunately, I can't sell him off. The EA hasn't fixed the price ranges, but if I did have a base card, I would sell off a handful of copies if I had them, because I do think he would go down in value today. Now, I don't know how much it will go down in value. The way I'd think about it is we get a 10% tax for selling cards on the market. So, if you were to sell Maldini at 40 million, that means you'd only get 36 million. If you think that Maldini will go below 36 million today, and that's completely up to you, then I would sell off your card now at 40, because you know that you could buy him back for cheaper. If you think he's only going to go down to 37 or 38 million, then there's no point in selling him off, because then you'd be losing coins on that transaction. So I'd go through your entire team and look at the 90 to 92 rated cards that you have. The 90 rated cards will definitely see the most shift in value because they're tradable. So people could pack them and then sell them right away. Whereas the 91, 92, they're untradeable. So essentially, either people would have to, 1, get a duplicate copy and then sell off their tradable duplicate copy, or 2, they would have to pack a player they want and then cancel their buy order on the market. So those two things can shift the market, but not as much as people going, packing a card, and then selling it right away, which will happen with the 90 rated cards. So with all that being said, I did sell off my Hullet for 40.4 million coins. I bought him back at like 30. I want to say 30 or 31. So that's like 5 million coins profit there. Pretty easy. I want to go over here and just see what he's at right now. Still at 40.4. He has insane demand. I do think this will change tonight. We'll have to see. And I could be wrong about this. You never know. But I want to be as cautious and safe with my coins as possible. So I sold them off. I don't think they're changing his price range anytime soon, so that was probably a good option. But I wouldn't be surprised if tonight he goes down to like 35, maybe 36 million coins. But because he's such a good card, he isn't someone I would worry too much about. I don't think too many people would pack him. Instead, what we'll do here is let's go over to the 90 rated cards. The people that, or the players that people will likely pack are we find a lot of the UCL players get packed a lot. So someone like Saka might get packed quite a bit. Grealish, the new event players, might get packed quite a bit more. A lot of the base players could get packed. We'll likely see the rule breakers and the rivals event players get packed, so it's unlikely that many people will pack the Hullet or the George Best or the Jairzinho, but it is a possibility. But if we look at these guys here, these are definitely guys I think I would offload today, because I do think they will likely go down in value simply because they will be packed more often. Then you could buy them back after the packs come out and hopefully save yourself some coins there. So that is for the attackers. I want to now look at the midfielders. It's going to be a similar thing. So we have Gullit there, of course. People you're going to want to pack: a Gullit, a Beckham, a Mahrez, those high rated or high value players. But the guys like Bergkamp, Rabiot will likely get packed a lot. I would assume Griezmann would likely get packed quite a bit as well. So those are guys you might want to sell off and try to buy back for cheaper. And it's also important to note that depending on the current demand and supply of a card, that could either make it a lot easier for them to crash in price or make it a bit harder. So we saw here with Griezmann, he has about even demand and supply around the 12 million. If tons of people pack him, he's likely going down to 11, 10 million pretty quick. Whereas on the other hand, not as many people will pack Gullit, but not only that, Gullit also has 95 people trying to buy him. So it will take at least 95 people trying to sell him to then lower his price further and further. And the other thing to keep in mind is for the people who do pack these other players that aren't as expensive, they're likely going to sell them off, take the coins, and then funnel them into higher rated or better players in the game, like a Gullit. So we will see, for example, like Gullit, we may see a quick dip, and then I think we're going to see a sharp rise back up again, maybe hours after the rewards come out. It may not even take like a day for that to happen. And finally, we will look at the defenders here and goalkeepers. The ones that I do think will hold their value is the goalkeepers, because they have insane demand. I mean, 352. I know Peter Schmeichel, 101. I think Oblak is decent, 679. So if you pack a keeper out of the 90 rated pack, you are doing well for yourself. It's the defenders that will likely take a bit of a hit, although a lot of them still go for tons of coins. Unless you get Tomori or Dunk, you're getting 15, 20 million coins for free. So those were the 90s. The 91s, honestly, not many players that I would really hope for. I mean, Mohamed Salah, but remember, they are going to be untradeable. Yashin as well. Zico is a decent one that we could be getting. Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos. So we do have a handful of good cards. Mbappe, but I think most people will skip past 91 and just go straight to 92 because a lot of these players can be replaced by 92 rated cards. Although if you do go for 91, you got to pray for Mbappe, Neymar, Roberto Carlos, Ronaldinho, Yashin, and maybe Salah. And Van Dijk. We'll call Van Dijk in there too. The rest, a bit iffy. As for the 92s, this is where things can get really good. Now, I really don't think, like I said earlier, first off, they're going to be untradeable, so it won't affect the market in the same way. But second, I don't think many of these cards will see a big hit simply because they're so good in their position. So Xavi Alonso is one, but the main ones that we're looking at here is the Ronaldinho. 999 plus buy orders. If you pack Ronaldinho in the 92, you have gotten so lucky. He's one of the most incredible left wings in the game. What an icon. The new Kevin De Bruyne stats are crazy. 97 passing. This guy is an absolute machine. Thibaut Courtois, who I think is one of the best keepers in the game. Broken card. Gotta love it. So when you're opening up the 92 pack, if you decide to do it, you gotta be praying for one of those few players. But the players that will likely get packed, at least I think, will be like a Goretzka here, or Bobby Charlton will likely get packed a decent amount. I think for some reason, the UCL cards seem to get packed a ton, so Kimmich, Martinez would be another option. But all around, the players in the 92 rated range are actually very good. So with all that being said, the 90 rated players are the ones that I'd watch out for price-wise when today's rewards come out, because they will be tradable. People will likely open up a lot of these packs because that is going to get people coins, and people want coins to upgrade their team. So keep that in mind. 90 rated players, watch out for that. Of course, it doesn't mean everybody's going to pack a Gullit or a Beckham or whatever, but if you have any extra or 90 rated players in your team, I'd keep an eye out on their prices. 91, I wouldn't worry too much about, and 92 even, I wouldn't worry too much about either. It's mainly the 90 that you'll have to watch out for. So that is the risk side of it. But what I think will come of this, because as of right now, we don't know of the next event or of any event coming out next week or this weekend. So what's very exciting about this is that if a lot of people choose the 90 rated rewards, it means a lot of people are going to get millions of coins. And that means people are going to go and spend them on the best players in the game. So as I said, I think Gullit might take a slight dip and then he's going to go right back up in value. I think if EA are updating his prices correctly, he could go to 45, maybe get to closer to 50 million I think same thing with Maldini. He might drop down a few million, and then he's going to go right back up. Ronaldo, he's up at 85 million now, which is crazy. Yesterday, we looked at his price, and he was at 77. He's skyrocketing. He might go up even more in value. Mbappe could go up even more in value. Puskas, Mateus, even though these guys are in those packs, I think, 2 to 6 hours after rewards, I think we could see a lot of good players in the game get a nice bump in price, and that might even be an investment opportunity. Something I'm probably going to look into is trying to buy Hullet when the rewards come out, maybe an hour or two after, and then try to ride that wave back up to make some coins off of it. Hopefully that happens from an investment perspective, but of course there's no way to tell. Maybe the rewards come out and there's no effect on any of these cards. Who knows? But I'm trying to play it safe. I'm trying to make some extra coins here today. We'll see how that goes. Let me know in the comment section down below, what are you choosing for the milestone rewards, and what is your investment plan for this little mini event? And if you're not looking to invest, let me know the player that you want to get from these packs. Anyways, that's all for today. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.